Hey there everybody. I haven't put out a video in a while, and I was checking out another guy's channel a little bit ago, and I realized that I haven't really done any gear reviews. And I've been using some gear for a really long time and other gear for just like a season or two. And I sort of found a couple products that I would really like to talk about because I think they're actually really great. And so today I'm going to be reviewing my backpack that I've been using for the full climbing season now, which is the Black Diamond Creek 35. Now it's November currently where I live in in Seattle, pretty much, and so climbing season is just about over. But I've had this backpack since I want to say since about June, and I've been using it all over the place for rock climbing, rock guiding, and I gotta say it's actually really good. And for what it's for, you wouldn't want to use this backpack alpine climbing, ice climbing. Pretty much, actually, you would only want to use it rock climbing. That is what this backpack is built for. A lot of people in their gear reviews, they'll just sort of list off the stats of a product and not actually talk about their take on it, or maybe they'll just talk about their take and not list off stats, and I kind of want to do the whole thing. So I have my computer right here, and I'm on Black Diamond's website, and I'll just sort of talk about all the features that this backpack has, and then I'm going to put it through a scenario. Right now I have all the gear packed into it for the most amount of gear that I would need for 3 or 4 days, or even 5, days consecutively of rock guiding. So that'd be like single pitch terrain, multi-pitch terrain, and the idea is that I just packed all the stuff I need for those 5 days in the backpack, and I'm gonna leave it packed as it is for the entire amount of time. And that's just my scenario that I set up so that way I can show you how much this backpack can hold and how it could actually be useful in that scenario if that's what you're looking to do. Not just guiding too, like also rock climbing. I really like the idea of just sort of throwing everything in a backpack and leaving it as long as possible until I have to change something out. But the idea is I have enough base gear in here to handle 5 days of work and not really have to fiddle around with my gear at all in the evenings, so I can focus on either the next climbs we're doing for the next day or just relaxing a little bit. That would be nice. I'm a big relaxer. So yeah, getting into the features. This fabric right here is, according to the website, durable waterproof haul bag fabric. So haul bags are meant to take a lot of abuse, and you can kind of feel that on this fabric. There's a lot of scratches on here that of all the small amount of abuse that I put it through. It's just really tough material, completely waterproof. They have this nice little hood right here. There you go, you see the blue right there, which it has the helmet carrying capacity, but if I took the helmet out, there we go, you're not gonna accidentally lose the notches on this. There we go. So if I took the helmet out and then just tighten up the straps here for a little bit, this is also waterproof, so it waterproofs the top of your backpack, and then the whole thing is waterproof in case of rain. And I actually got to try that out at the start of the season to see if it actually worked, and yeah, I kept all the water out. There you go. That's what it is when it's fully covered up like that. When you're not using this thing, like you would be doing in a lot of rock guiding, actually just tucks away into the back of the backpack. Here go, I roll it up. So you just tuck it away in this little pocket. Then you have a zipper that just zips it out of view and disappears on you. So that's a really nice feature. It really nice to think about waterproofing, especially for the area that I live in. Other features include on the back right here. This is kind of how Black Diamond seems to build all of its backpacks. Yeah, I'll even move a bit closer. Shoulder straps, they say they're padded shoulder straps. Really padded hip belt. Look at how thick that thing is. See, there's my hand for scale. So I find the suspension system carrying this pack is actually really good. Whenever, no matter how much I have it loaded up, the minute I put on the straps and the hip belt and have them adjusted properly, it really does carry well. And I can do pretty long approaches, about as long as it gets in the rock world, and feel perfectly comfortable with this backpack. So I gotta hand it to them for that. The back panel, it's actually really simple. It's pretty much just a pad. There's a little bit of a bend right here in the mid back, which helps with comfort, and then you can feel the padding increase where it matters by the hip belt right there. But it's a very simple back, you know. Typical climbing backpack, not meant for a lot of comfort, but for what it actually is a very comfortable backpack. It does have this system right here. So mainly it's a top loader, like many outdoor backpacks, but it does have a zipper on the side. Me personally, I don't really tend to use zippers too much. Like when my backpack does have a side zipper, I have a lot of them with side zippers, but I just don't tend to use them that much. But if you want to access all your stuff, you can open up, or get something to the bottom, you can open it up, zip it all up. If you're kind of like the duffel bag loader and you like to do that, then you can feel free. It is kind of nice that they included a zipper at the bottom too, so I can access something from down here without unzipping everything from the top. So that is kind of nice. You see how it has a double zipper design right there. So that was kind of nice for them to think about. Also, there's a little zipper housing closed by a button, pretty durable button. So that's nice. It ensures that the zipper doesn't get caught on anything. This backpack comes in a couple different sizes. The 20 liter, they say for on-route stuff, and then a 50 liter along with this 35. So you can kind of decide what size you want depending on your needs in your area. And then that's just about everything they have on their website. In terms of just the top loading, you have a classic skirt closure. You just pull it with the strap. You have this blue handle, or a blue tab that releases that cam real easy and then sucks all back in. So it's really fast loading and unloading. You have the top strap right here, which you can pull over to the other side. Just hooks in. Just hooks in like that. And then you have something that holds down the top. I have this backpack pretty stuffed with stuff right now, but when it's less stuffed, you can put your helmet on top and use that strap to strap it over. Or if you have a rope, throw it on top and use the strap over the rope. It does hold better than you would think, and then you have your rope right there. A lot of times if I'm only doing sport climbing stuff and you have a lot of extra space in your backpack, you can always find a spot to stick the rope actually inside of here. All right, moving on. Let's talk about I have this pack pretty loaded out right now, but it's pretty much just two compartments. You have the main compartment and then this front zipper. So in the front zipper, there's only one zip on it. It doesn't come out, so it folds out like so. I have a few things that I'll keep in here actually. I have my guide notebook for the day. Helps keep my plans in check, the routes we climbed, notes on clients or whatever. So keep that in my backpack. I just have a random guidebook, threw it in there, just to have a guidebook, but sometimes I'll throw one of those in here. And there are two main compartments in this front bit right here. Top bit is where I keep some more accessory items, a pair of sunglasses, if I need it. I got a little locator beacon, apple juice, because I'm hypoglycemic and I like to have some sort of sugary beverage with me in case I start to go under. I have a lighter, which I guess I just threw in there. This is a little strap for my sunglasses. Little knife, Petzl Spatha knife. It's actually pretty nice. And then, of course, you always need your sunscreen. I will also throw my wallet, keys, and maybe my phone in here too while I'm doing stuff, because I don't really like to work with stuff in my pockets. The bottom pocket, oh, I guess I got some toilet paper in there. Never know when you'll need that. But bottom pocket, I pretty much only have food. So power bars, trail mix, whatever. This thing's low. Oh, I guess I also have some Bolt energy, whatever. So it's pretty much only food I keep in that lower pocket, and I guess a little bit of toilet paper. So that's the front bit. And you can see it actually holds a decent amount. It is closed at the bottom, so I slip in a lot of things when I'm lazy. But moving on, so the main pocket, I threw in just about everything I think I need under a number of different circumstances. Usually, and like packing your backpack is a completely separate episode to do, but on top I'll usually have layers that I wore during the day, which makes sense because it's like I start with a couple layers on and then I take them off and just throw them in the top of my backpack. I also have my water bottle here. This is a 1 liter Nalgene. That's usually what I take up. So I keep that in top too, because usually you drink water when you're done with the approach or whatever. So I shoved a couple jackets in here. Here's about the thickest jacket that I'll wear while rock climbing. It's the Outdoor Research Uber Layer. A really great synthetic piece, and keeps you really warm when you pair it with the other jackets I got. Here's kind of like the jacket that I'll either wear throughout the day or start the day in a lot of the times. The Transition, also Outdoor Research, a really great one. I mentioned this in a lot of my videos, but I use it for just about everything. I have my Feroci jacket, which I use in combination with my Transition, and it's like I wear this and then this above it, and it's usually more for wind protection above anything else. It's kind of, it's a soft shell, but it's a more protecting soft shell than say this one. So they actually make a really good pairing together. And then also if you have to deal with rain, throw in a really light rain jacket. Could also use it to block out the wind. This thing packs down super small. It is fully waterproof, technically. It's not like, you know, a Gore-Tex jacket, but it will serve what you need for just quick spouts of rain while rock climbing. This is the Outdoor Research Helium 2. Nice and thin, and a good layer for what it is. I pretty much only use it with rock stuff. So there you go, 4 layers. That's a little intense, you know. Especially in the summer, I won't bring out that many layers, but on the shoulder seasons, then I have been known to bring out maybe like 3 layers or so. I don't know if I've ever brought out 4 though. Especially if we're expecting rain in the forecast, it's not like we're gonna do rain a whole lot. Climbing shoes, if I need them. Climbing chalk bag, again if I need it. This is a little backpack. See, some people call this the on-route pack. This is made by Pacific Northwest company. I saw an ad for this on Facebook, and I actually thought it was kind of cool because it crunches down to whatever amount. It actually almost packs down as much as the Outdoor Research Helium. Yeah, look at that. And so you can pretty much always find a place for this in your backpack. It's not really good as a backpack, but when I'm trad climbing, and so I have a bunch of trad gear in here, the space is kind of limited. I have a different backpack that has more of a frame and more padding. It's the same amount. This is a 20 liter, so that one's a 20 liter as well. But if I have a smaller rack for the climb that day, I'll bring along the more comfortable pack, just for, you know, more comfort. So, but this thing works. I've used it all day before, and it's nice just to have something that crunches down. Underneath that, I got my harness, you know, set up with the classic harness kit that I have in just about all my videos. Especially when guiding, you do need a bunch of extra gear, but Grigri, ATC, a bunch of lockers, third hand gloves, double length sling. I got some quad length slings here and cord in another locker. And that's all on the back of the harness because I put other stuff on the front. But that's my typical harness setup that I have. Definitely will bring all that stuff out with me no matter what I'm doing. It's always so useful gear. My medical kit, classic Adventure Medical Kit 0.9. That's what I use, you know. Make sure, I guess, like same disclaimer I have in everything is make sure you know how to use everything in your medical kit, because it's not worth just having one. You actually have to like know how to do it. You can take a simple 2-day course on wilderness medical skills, and then you're set pretty much for most climbs. I got my quick draws. How many here? I got 6 alpine draws, and then I got 8 sport draws. So that's like 14 quick draws. Some multi-pitch routes require more than 12. Other times you just need more than 12 quick draws. So it's good to have a good number for 5 days of work. And with this, I can always mix and match. I don't have to bring up all the gear in this backpack. I can leave some at the base of the route and then not bother with like the stuff I don't need. And then down here I got, this is at the very bottom, is the actual rack. So this is probably a very standard rack of what I bring. You got your set of stoppers right here, very typical with a nut tool. You got 2 number 3s, 2 2s, 2 1s, 2.75, 2.5, 2.4, 2.3s. And then if you know my other videos, of course you gotta have your rack of aliens, because those are just so useful everywhere I've gone so far. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll ever, like, depending on where I'm working, but most of the climbs I'm on, I don't need to bring this many cams, but I do need the variety of cams to work throughout the week without taking gear in and out at the end of the evening every day. So that's why I have this large amount of equipment. And this will get you up so many climbs with where you are. Then at the very bottom, I just keep some emergency gear, or not so much emergency gear, like extra lockers for my clients if they need them. I keep a GG with a locker. This is an extra belay device. I keep another belay device, actually, the Edelrid Megajoule with another locker. And I don't even think that's it. Yeah, that's right. I also keep a double link sling with a locker, all for my clients and friends pretty much. And I'll just leave all this stuff just at the bottom of my backpack, because even when I'm climbing with friends, a lot of times they forget stuff. So I can just pull that out of my reserves right there. Well, that's pretty much everything that I keep inside this backpack. Again, like I said, I've been using it a lot this season, mainly for rock stuff, because that's pretty much all it's useful for. But it's actually a very good backpack, and I would say if you're in the market right now for a good cragging backpack and you want a decent size, a lot of times, in my experience, if I went cragging, I would just bring a 30 liter. So I only just moved on up to like something slightly bigger, like this 35. But 35 is a really good number to have, and if you're looking at climbing bigger objectives, bigger backpack like this wouldn't be bad. And also the durability of it is really nice, you know, not to get holes or anything. I guess one disclaimer I will have is this backpack isn't really made for hauling. It's made out of haul bag material, but you don't really want to haul with this, because this handle, if you apply enough force, is probably going to rip. And then this front handle, same deal. It's like the exact same thing. So don't buy this backpack thinking you could haul it up a big wall or something. You actually need to get a haul bag for that. And Black Diamond does make I think they call it the stubby haul bag or whatever. Metolius also makes one too. Other haul bag companies will make a haul bag about this big if you really want something that you can crag with and haul up to the crag. But I don't have a haul bag that small. I don't really feel the need to buy one yet, of that size, I mean. This backpack does everything I need. The suspension is great. I guess I'm not a big fan of numbers, like, 10 out of 10 or whatever, but this one would be very high review for me. And it's just not a bad backpack to have in your quiver. So if you have any questions, you can always leave a comment. If you want other gear reviews, I'm probably going to start reviewing more equipment in the future, but you can always just leave a comment and tell me what you think. So, thank you.